All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to 49ers Live, a special edition of 49ers Live tonight. Professor B here at the Satellite Digital Media Studios here in San Francisco. Welcome to this edition of 49ers Live here at the Satellite Digital Media Center, News Center here in San Francisco. Like they say, the calm after the storm. Now this is the no more football, no football this weekend. Everybody has a bye week, and as we wrap up another 2025, now 26 season has come to a conclusion. It came to a close with, and all commenced last Sunday night. The Super Bowl 60 uh, came in came to an end. The Niners end up, or I should say, the 49ers were the San Francisco Bay Area hosted, but the Seattle Seahawks coming out, beating the Patriots last Sunday night, last weekend at Levi Stadium at Super Bowl 60, 29-13, as the Seattle Seahawks are the new champions of the football world. And we'd like to say our congratulations to them. As the Seahawks win for the second time in their history, win Super Bowl 60, and for the second time in their history, they are the have won their second in franchise history. The Seahawks are the new champions of the football world. So, as Super Bowl 60, the whole circus, a week after the Super Bowl, the great Super Bowl week of all the festivities, all out through San Francisco, all out throughout the Bay Area, now came and went. Now we begin the off season. Off season begins, and there are always going to be some 49 news throughout this in the coming days and coming weeks, as we're now into mid-February, and before you know it, the new league year will begin coming up in about a month from now. On March, we'll get to everything, how the NFL schedule, off-season schedule is going to be, and coming up. Niners making a lot of news this week, making some transactional news this week, and we'll get to those. But like I said, we check us out on youtube.com/at Niners Radio 49. And please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Our goal is try to get 1,000 subscribers. So we'll be keeping you update on what's going on. And there are always going to be 49ers news all throughout the off season. And of course, we are going to be doing daily updates. We'll be doing some daily updates, any Niners breaking news. We'll also, hopefully during the off season, we won't be doing too much 49ers live during the off season, but we'll be doing daily updates, any developed breaking news, and we'll try to get some guests. I'm going to try to get Matt May. The goal, try to get Matt Mayoko on sometime later this week, just to get a recap of the season and look ahead of the 49ers. What's going to be their offseason needs? There always going to be some news around the NFL. Like today, the 49ers making some news. We'll get to the, making some news. So the 49ers have hired, or they've lost. They lose their defensive backs coach Daniel Bullocks to the Green Bay Packers before the Super Bowl. Trying to close this. Here we go. Hold on. and they need to get try to. I really looking at. I've been reading some stuff on Facebook and I've really been telling people, or really been saying, the Niners got to probably go after if they're gonna do the wide receiver thing. Do not bring guys like Debo back. Because he's 30 in his 30s, he's kind of slow. I listened to Larry Kruger's podcast. He was up there saying, "Don't bring back Dre Greenlaw." I would say we'll see because he's under 30, but I don't bring Debo back. They need some younger playmakers with quick speed. That's going to be the key for the draft for the 49ers, and they need offensive line help as well. And then I think they could go after another running back in free agency to see what's to add to depth for McCaffrey. 'Cause McCaffrey will turn 30 later down the road. You really need some. He need to get some rest though, because he took a lot of poundings this past season, and then and they could look for a better cornerback as well. I think they're going to say goodbye to Juan Jennings. He's up there at age at wide receiver. I think you don't bring back Jair Brown. I like to bring Sky Moore back. He had a great year last year on special teams and one of the best special team units in pro football. And then also taking a look. The question is going to happen in Philadelphia, where AJ Brown's going to land next, and got to watch with those football divas. You know. So there's going to be a lot of 49 news in this offseason as well. What's going to happen with and then with the so there's going to be a lot going on in the next several weeks though, and we're going to take this quick time out, and when we come back we'll hear some from others as well. Professor B here at the Satellite Digital Media Studios in San Francisco. You're watching a special edition of 49ers Live tonight. 49ers in the 2025 NFL season recap on Niners Radio 49, part of the Satellite Digital Media News Network. We'll be right back. We continue on 49ers Live, a special edition of 49ers Live tonight, was we could recapping the 2025 season in review, not just for the 49ers, but all around around the NFL for 2025. Professor B, it's just been a week ago this past week on Sunday night that the Super Bowl, we have crowned a new Super Bowl champion, and it's the Seattle Seahawks. And like I said, we send our congratulations to the Seahawks as they are the new champions of the football world with their 29-13 win over the New England Patriots, who we also send their congratulations on a fine turnaround year for the Patriots, as they were the champions of the American Football Conference, known as the AFC. So we continuing on. By the way, that footage we got off there is courtesy from Niners Wire, and we're going to be doing a lot of things in the off season well as well. We want to on Niners Wire. We're going to just to take a look. Also, you could check me out also on my on Twitter. Check me out X Professor B at Niners Radio 49. You can check me out if your thoughts on the 49ers. That's very important. You just check. So let's check out around the news and notes for the NFL. Some of the news that Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff gets a career news amid offseason. Does he have work to do heading into the next season following their 9-8 record in 2025, which kept them out of the playoffs? And then some other news. Patrick Mahomes gets more bad career news after the offseason as he suffered trying to rebound from a torn ACL, LCL in December, sending him through a long rehab process and the uncertainty about whether he'll start the season. While Mahomes had been optimistic, the early odds don't favor the Chiefs quarterback to bounce back immediately from his MVP form. And then trying to exit this out. And then we'll also check around some other news. Speculation could Max Crosby be on the move? Speculation. The Niners are involved in a rumor of a trade. Just if trying to be careful when you try to trade a veteran player because I would like to try to draft more younger players. Try to draft more younger players, you know, and instead of giving up draft capital, because you gotta be careful in that. Other NFL news: Stephon Diggs pleaded not guilty for facing assault, strangulation charges. Diggs will appear to court on Friday, less than a week after New England's loss in Super Bowl 60. And New England Patriots receiver Stephon Diggs pleaded not guilty to charges of a felony, strangulation, and suffocation and a misdemeanor assault during a court appearance in Dedham, Massachusetts on Friday. Diggs, who participated in New England's loss to the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60 less than a week ago, was allowed to leave without paying any bail. Diggs was ordered to stay away from his former personal chef, who accused him of assault. Diggs is due back in court on April 1st for a pretrial hearing. The woman who also working with Diggs' private chef initially filed charges on December 22nd. She told the police that Diggs entered in her bedroom and smacked her after they discussed the money he owed her. So we're going to we'll take this quick time out and then we'll be right back right after this. All right, we continue on 49ers Live, a special edition of 49ers Live tonight. The 2025 NFL season recap on Niners Radio 49. Professor B here. Glad you guys joining us here on this Sunday night, wherever you are, based out here in San Francisco. If you're driving around, please drive. Be safe out there on these wet conditions here. And if you're those of you are out in the Bay Area, it's kind of one of the dead nights, slowest weeks of after the Super Bowl with the NBA All Star Game going on in LA. It's kind of like the dead period as it's the off season now. NBA All Star Game, they're at the midway point, and then pitchers and catchers starting to report their respective as we go from the gridiron to the baseball diamond. Of course, we'll be giving you a lot of baseball spring training updates on our flagship station on satellite digital media. So we continue on Niners Radio 49 special edition of 2025 NFL season recap. If we can recap the season, the Niners already getting ahead of starting their plans for the 2026 season. So we're going to take this time out and then we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up in just a few. I'm Professor B. You're looking live here at for this special edition of 49ers Live tonight, 2025 season recap on Niners Radio 49. We'll be right back. Take this time out. Back here, that's going to do it for 49ers Live. That's this special edition on this Sunday night. 49ers Live tonight, the 2025 NFL recap. Just glad you guys joined us on our podcast tonight just to recap and reflect on the season for the 49ers, what's going to be their offseason news. And by the way, I forgot to mention late Brian Flores, the 49ers tight end coach, is going to be leaving the team. He's going to be the Seahawks' new offensive coordinator. He's going to replace Clint Kubiak, who's going to take the new job for the Las Vegas Raiders down in Vegas. So congratulations to Clint Kubiak of the Seahawks. So the 49ers beginning their offseason. And some other news this week, it was announced that the 49ers will be having two international games. They will start week one against the LA Rams. They're going to be for the land down under, taking on the Rams in September. We won't know the official date. It will be week one guaranteed. We'll find out on a later date when that game will be. Um, when on that date is going to be. The Niners they'll play against the Rams, and then they will also play in Mexico City as well. So we will we'll let you know when we will definitely keep up to date. The schedule won't come out till like around early mid May. Then we'll have a full picture who the Niners will have the schedule come out, and you can catch them on. And then the Niners will again they'll get their divisional opponents. They will also play. They'll have the NFC East. That means they go to Dallas to take on the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Big D. They'll go back to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants. It's time to be John Harbaugh and hopefully Jackson Dart and Tom Thibodeau. Hopefully be a healthy New York Giant team, an improving Giant team. Then they'll the Philadelphia Eagles, who won, will be playing the 49ers. They'll be coming out here to the Mecca to play the 49ers this next season at Levi Stadium. It'll be their first return back to Levi Stadium in 6 years. In fact, this will be the first time the Niners will be playing a home game against the Eagles with full fans, with the whole full attendance since 2014. Remember, 6 years ago, they didn't get that opportunity because of the pandemic. There was no fans allowed. And then the Washington Commanders will also make their first appearance back to the Mecca at Levi Stadium for the first time in 12 years. Remember, that game originally was switched to down to Glendale, Arizona, because of the pandemic shutdown up in Santa Clara. So we got that. So, and then they'll get I believe the Minnesota Vikings will come here to the Levi Stadium. Then they get the AFC West, meaning the Niners will take on the Chiefs. This time they go to Kansas City. They'll play the Raiders, and the Broncos come out here to the Mecca, and they'll play the Chargers there at SoFi Stadium. So the 49ers will make one trip to SoFi. They will not play the Rams down at SoFi. They'll play the Chargers against Jim Harbaugh's former team. And then they get the AFC East. That would be the Miami Dolphins come back out here to Levi Stadium. It will be take on the 49ers as well. So we're going to wrap it up for tonight. And like I said, we'll be keeping you updated on 49ers news. We're hopefully going to have some guests come on to recap the season and look ahead towards the offseason in the coming weeks and look towards the draft. We're going to hopefully try to get Matt Mayoko from NBC Sports Bay Area to come on our podcast eventually. And we'll be doing we'll be giving you latest Niners news. We give some daily stuff, though, too, little daily news as well with the free agency and everything, and developing and breaking news as well. So, and also congratulations to Roger Craig, finally inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He'll be going into Canton this summer, some 7 or 8 months down the road, and he'll join Luke Kuechly along with Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees, their class of 2026 in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, later this summer. So that's going to do it for now. Professor B signing off. Thank you for watching this special edition of 49ers Not Live tonight, the 2025 NFL season recap as the calm after the storm. Hope everybody enjoyed Super Bowl 60 by the Bay. And even though we didn't get that chance to, the Niners didn't get to the Super Bowl this year, okay, the roster kind of changes how he is, Stevie. And, so we thank you. So thank you for joining us tonight. And we'll be doing some daily stuff, and then we'll try to get some guests to come on during the off season to continue to build this podcast. So thank you for all watching, and and wish you all a very pleasant good night. This special edition of 49ers Live tonight, 2025 NFL season recap, an exclusive presentation of 49 or Niners Radio 49 in association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network. 49ers faithful to the Bay, wishing you all a very good night. Talk to you later.